Hey Scorpio, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to 2023 General Message Rundown of the entire year. If you'd like to skip ahead or go back to a different month, I've got these time-stamped in the description box below. We're going to be unpacking each month with another deck once I've got a message out for January all the way to December. If you've never been here before, I so appreciate you coming by. I know that it takes extra time and extra effort in its own way to check out a new tarot reader, and there's so many great ones on YouTube. So I want to make the most of your time. And I appreciate all my subscribers who are checking in to see me. Thank you so much. You make my world turn. All right, Scorpio. Let's get a message out for January 2023. We're going to take only the cards that fly out on their own and volunteer their energy. That's how we're going to work with them. Did not fly out in the same enthusiasm as the others, but I'm going to take these though. Six of Swords with Seven of Pentacles. I think you've been working hard at something to heal. So for some of you guys, this is therapy. For some of you guys, this is just trying to close a chapter that it's been like an open wound. And it's not like you haven't been unaware of it, but you are actually getting closure on something in January. Very interesting. Starting off the year right. February. Flipping but not flying is Knight of Pentacles, which is a slower energy. February. So this year in 2023 is starting out in an interesting way, in a really healthy way, getting closure with something. And then in February, we've got the Lovers card, which could be quite literally lovers. And this could also be a choice. The Lovers card, always don't mind the reading, the writing on my hand. I'm just realizing you're seeing the writing on my hand. It says rock salt stuff for ice cream. Dumb. Okay. March for Scorpios 2023. We've got people coming into the picture here. This is community. This could be friends. But either way, Three of Cups brings in others. Energy of others. And we'll be unpacking that, of course. April. For our Scorpios 2023, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So we're going to read it that way because it flew out that way. Page of Pentacles is about learning something, about gaining understanding over a learning curve, research, all that stuff. But we have it in reverse. So we'll be getting some more clarity on that as well. Okay, so we have May. Woo! Somersaults. The Hermit. Okay. June. The cards are acting really weird. They're acting not weird in a bad way, but they're acting really interesting. You're coming out of a heartbreak of some sort, anything in the past that was really hard. This would have been a sudden end of something. It could have been a relationship ending, for instance. It could have been with a job for some of you guys. All of you have different scenarios going on. But it's getting out of that disappointment, getting out of that maybe shock or all that. But it was in the past, something in the past. July for our Scorpios. Flipped but not flying is the Devil card. Capricorn energy. July. The Fool. We're taking that upright. Brand new journey starts in. So you are shedding a skin here. You are closing up a chapter. You're coming out of anything that was dragging you down, anything that was like a wound that was not closed and you needed closure. You are getting that in the very first part of the year. And then the energy changes. It shifts into a brand new journey. Okay. August, Empress in reverse. September for my Scorpios. We've got High Priestess. October for Scorpios. New love. Relationship offer. November. Be friendship. Be falling in love with a passion. Interesting. So getting unstuck. Something gets you unstuck in November. This is not something actually you play a hand in completely, but it's beautiful, actually. It looks very dramatic, a lot of dark colors and red and everything, but something is getting you unstuck. It's like it's doing the job for you. It's not something you're going to be able to anticipate. It comes out of nowhere, kind of shakes things up, but it has a really good, positive result. December, we have the Independent card of the Nine of Pentacles. This is a very, very happy card. You could be buying property, some of you. You could be investing for yourself, into yourself, or for yourself. This is, and of course, gender is never attached to the cards, but I'll say in this picture, she is this free spirit, right? She is a self-owned person. You know, they feel free and in control, and usually very fiscally successful. You know, like they're doing well with money. Okay, you guys, I'm going to say, if this so far is resonating and you're interested in moving forward, I always invite people to collaborate with my energy. We don't understand energy very well, but we are always in collaboration with it. So if, as you're listening to this, pay attention to your body. If it's resonating, you will feel it. And feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, or just say hello. Something to interact, close that circle of energy. Of course, it always helps the channel and I appreciate it, but I want you to do it authentically because you claim this reading and because it feels right, okay? So now we're going to take the next step. We're going to start opening up each meaning. So let's talk about January. January for our Scorpios is closing this wound. What about this? Any more about January 2023 for our Scorpios? We've got High Priestess. We've got the Moon. Wow, that's beautiful. Flipping but not flying. We've got Three of Pentacles. Some of you have been working with others, therapists, going to retreats, you know, anything that's trying to help you move along, others that are helping you move along. This could be YouTube tarot readings. You know what I mean? So threes always bring in other individuals. And this flipped but didn't fly. So I'm going to keep it in the deck and we're going to just use it as a footnote. So we have the High Priestess energy. This is the Moon. And this is, so this looks like there was conflict attached to this. And it could have been going on for a while. The High Priestess is like, she's guiding you. High Priestess energy is very spiritual. It's that deep connection we have to spirit, and it's that inner voice. And so if you've been noticing, you know, during the day, this doesn't creep up so much, but you do think about it at night or when you're drifting off to sleep, when you're kind of entering your subconscious, it could come up in your dreams. But this is something for some of you that has just been straight up hidden. You know, it's something that we can even push off in our daily lives. It could have happened so long ago that you can shrug it off easily while you're awake and conscious and in control of your thoughts more. But it does come up, creep up, and it bothers you. And it's been this open wound. And it could have been a fight for some of you guys that never got conclusion. It could have been just you feeling that you are fighting back and forth and getting some closure here. But all that is to say, either way, for all of your scenarios, as different as they may be, you are gaining that beautiful closure. All your work is paying off. You know, like, I think you've had the intention to close this wound, and that's exactly what's going to happen in January. So it's beautiful. You know, and some of you guys are going to get a chance to duke it out directly with the entity that upset you. You know, that's why that conflict card pops up, is you're going to be able to get the chance to use your voice and to state your boundaries or to express how it made you feel. And that right there is going to be an act of closing the wound for some of you. February, we have the Lovers card. What is this Lovers in February about for our Scorpios in 2023? All right. We have the King of Pentacles. Beautiful. Two of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles. So there's a choice to be made, I think, with another individual. Money comes into play, I think. It's about stability here. This might be somebody who, they're a little different than you. They could be very opposite of you in the sense that they don't think with their heart. They might be an earth sign. They might be grounded, and you might like certain aspects of their personality because they are so grounded in practicality and their logic, and they're stable. They're maybe a little predictable in a good way. I mean, it can be kind of boring sometimes, but they balance out some of your characteristics, which is, you know, you're highly intuitive and you can go on a hunch on something and be correct. But you don't necessarily need the facts the way that the King of Pentacles does. And you're emotional and you're in tune with your emotions. And so it's kind of the opposites attract thing. So you're kind of in this place of really being able to see a future with this person. This could be a boss even. It doesn't have to be romantic. The lovers could be talking about the decision here that you have to make. But there is, and we've got Queen of Swords, which is an energy here that one of you guys might be occupying. The Queen of Swords is ruled by the air signs, and it's factual, it's communicative. It can be kind of harsh, and it can sometimes cut people out. So what we have here is, I think there's a compromise of financial independence here, with the Nine of Pentacles coming out. So while this King of Pentacles can promise security, you might be sacrificing and compromising the security that you can bring in yourself as independently somehow in this situation. So you'll have a decision around there. Who is this Queen of Swords? Tell me more about the Queen of Swords, please. Something that you've been working for, maybe not paying off. So I think that this is interesting. So it's kind of like you have this, it's almost like an agreement or a belief system. Like, hey, this is going to work out for me. This is going to work out for me, right? And you're early enough in the planning stages that you can easily determine to turn the other way or renegotiate this relationship. And I think that's what you do. And you're going to be communicating a lot with the swords here. And it seems like it's going to be pretty quick and blunt and to the point, because it's all around kind of your systems of belief. It's all around what you're committed to and what they're committed to. And so it's easy to fall back. It's when comes time for you to communicate, you can fall back on the structure of an agreement here, the structure of a shared belief system. And I'm being a little bit vague on purpose because some of you guys, this will be romantic, and some of you guys, this will actually be career. But it's about compromising your stable independence, your ability to make money, your ability to own this outright on your own. So I hope that's clear. Very interesting. We have March, Three of Cups. What's this Three of Cups in March about? King of Cups. Ooh, flying everywhere. We'll get that one in a sec. I'm gonna just see how many messages this. Wow, March is banging. Flipping but not flying is the Ten of Swords. So we'll check that out. Have to get this one off the ground. All right, you guys. Where do we start here? We've got the energy of the King of Cups here. We've got Queen of Wands upright. We've got some people. That's why we got the Three of Cups playing a role here. All right, this looks like coworkers for some of you guys. There's a good partnership going on. There's messages coming through. There's a decision to be made with the Two of Swords that you're going to have a little bit of a tough time making. I think you're going to be a little confused about the character of these two individuals. One is emotional. This could be representing your energy. As the cups, Pisces and Scorpio and Cancer are all kind of encompassed in the meaning of the cups. And this is the King of Cups. This is somebody who's very intuitive, and they're accurate with their intuition, and they're emotional, compassionate, and nurturing. And there's Queen of Wands, who is actually gets a lot of attention pretty effortlessly. They're very aware of their appearances. They can be social and extroverted, but either way, they're really kind of put together, and they're confident and fiery. So there's a little bit of a misalignment between the two. And that's because I think there's a lack of reciprocity. Maybe one person's giving more to the other. This could be definitely in a group of friends, coworkers. Very few of you guys, this could be romantic, but because it doesn't really have the romantic energy in it. I do think that there is a neutral person. There's a person in the mix here who's just grounded and nurturing, and they might actually be helping you guys see eye to eye and get on the same page. So it actually has a really good energy around here, because I think that you can open up to this Queen of Pentacles easily. Now, given it's not a male or a female in particular, it's going to be all different for all of you guys or anybody in between. But gender's not attached to it. But this is just the energy of somebody that you can rely on and you can kind of bounce some ideas on. I think they're going to play an interface between you guys. And I don't think that there's necessarily really fighting going on here. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's just a disagreement or misalignment. Like you're not seeing eye to eye. And then messages are, there might even be travel for some of you guys, but there's going to be a lot of messages that come in towards the end of the month. And I think there is this decision that you're going to make. Two of Swords. What about that for our Scorpios? What's the Two of Swords about? Yeah, cool. Beautiful. So for you guys that this is resonating financially, like these are coworkers, I think there's almost a raise or a gift or a money jump, a jump in your money that could come out of this decision you make, okay? And that could be because you choose to go along with a certain program or partner up with them. But why are we having a hard time deciding? Because the Two of Swords is a hard time deciding. So it might be unorthodox. What's going on kind of breaks your own rules, or it breaks what you're committed to. And that's why you have a hard time making the decision. For those of you guys where this is a group of friends, I think that you do have a neutral party. You have a neutral friend here that is going to kind of help collaborate with you to kind of move things forward, help this decision and these communications go through. So it's cool. It's very progressive. It feels like there's positivity to it, Okay, you guys. So now we have April. April is the Page of Pentacles. What is this Page of Pentacles about for our Scorpios? What is this Page of Pentacles about? Again, the cards are just acting crazy. Look at my other readings. They do not act like this. Okay. We have the Judgment card. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Whoa. April's going to be about listening to yourself, about making the most of a situation, about you're going to be faced with an inner challenge between right and wrong. There's going to be something you're conflicted with, and it could be attached to that past conflict, but you're getting this. You're getting this healing. So I think that if you've been in conflict towards the beginning of the year, maybe even carrying on from 2022, all this stuff is coming out. All this stuff for March and April, there's progress. All this stuff is going to change your life the way that it's coming out. Now, some of you guys are in contractual or legal situations, and it's going to work out in your benefit with the Justice card coming out upright. But there's going to be stuff that is revealed. There's going to be stuff that comes out of the woodwork, and that was conflicting with your abundance. It was taking away from your abundance. And it's like, so you're going to get a bigger picture with all this, and it's going to move it forward. I think that there's been an individual here that's been a little too harsh or cutting. Maybe they're harsh with their words, but I don't think that you're really talking to them necessarily. It's like you're trying to not let them get to you. This could be an entity, but with a sword, sometimes it's literally not a human, it's contracts or something. So this looks like fighting for something that you believe in. And what's this, Empress in reverse? Okay. So then you'll have these options. You just have these options, and you're trying to ask yourself, like, what is going to have the best, what's going to yield the best result. And this could literally have something to do with your stability and your money. It feels like you're moving forward a negotiation, moving forward a contract, and you are stepping forward in your own strength, in your own way to do all this. I think you'll be very proud of yourself. And I would say pay attention to your resistance to certain things. Advice for Scorpio. We keep getting the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Okay, so there's two different ways to go about things. There's your intuition, High Priestess energy, and then there's the way that the establishment does it. There's the way that it's done, the rule book of it. You know, because Hierophant rules over institutions, but also rules over systems of faith, systems of belief, right? Which is why it's like this little Pope-like figure. High Priestess doesn't have rhyme or reason always that we can put our finger on. We just feel it, right? So this is what this entire month is about. Of April, it's like it's almost this internal battle, and the results of which are going to be pretty life-changing. So there's a way it's done, the rule book, the contract, whatever it may be in your life, and then there's how it feels, and how do you work with those two energies. Okay, you guys. So now for May, we have the Hermit, this quiet space. You know, the Hermit is, I sometimes like to describe the picture in order to explain it. If you are not familiar with the Hermit, it's like trying to see into the dark is useless. You can imagine all sorts of things, but the lantern represents somebody's inner knowing, their wisdom, their instincts. You know, it's very highly tuned to the High Priestess energy. It's like, what do you know for sure from your own life experiences? What do you feel? There's a little diplomacy wrapped up in this. There's some gratitude wrapped up in this energy. But it's quiet, it's reserved, it's inward. So there's going to be conversations inward in May. For our Scorpios, May 2023, what do we got going on here? Cool. We've got some fresh energy coming in, which is pretty exciting with the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. Something hasn't been moving forward. You've been putting a lot of work into, and you're not interested in just stomping. It's not like you can stomp your foot and throw a tantrum. You go inward with the Hermit energy, and you're thinking, how can I do this differently? And something magical happens. There's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of possibly research or talking back and forth, checking things out, checking profiles out on the internet, a lot of internet stuff, it seems like. And that might be mutual. Other entities might be checking you out as well. This feels like website development, upping your website or advertisement. This is putting yourself out there. But Page of Cups is a really fun energy. It's youthful, sprightly, magical. It's the unknown. There could be a twist in May, a real fun plot twist. And this is the catalyst of like, hey, I've been putting a lot of work into this one thing, and I'm not seeing results. I'm not going to stomp my foot, and I'm not going to throw a tantrum. I'm going to go within. You're actually going to hit a deeper place. You can only go so far with research, right? You're actually going to try to outthink the system. You're going to outfeel the system, so to speak, in May. Really cool. All right, June, we are coming out of something that in the past was pretty harsh. It might have been a harsh ending in a relationship, harsh ending with a career or job. What is this? And you're coming out of it. You're getting closure. It's really positive feeling, actually. Anything else? Flipping but not flying. We got that Three of Pentacles again. So that's the collaboration card. That's the work card. We've got a lot of Queen of Swords, boundary setter. This could be the same entity for some of you guys. There's your energy right there. Let me get a little bit more Page of Wands. What is this Page of Wands energy? Cool. Coming out of indecision with something. Who's this Queen of Swords? Queen of Cups. So you know what this feels like, you guys? Things are going to have a really good switcheroo in June. Energy is going to switch. You're going to feel much more stable. If you were exhausted and tenacious about something, and it feels like this character, now remember that this can be a contract. This doesn't have to be a human for all of you. But Queen of Swords is kind of this non-feeling, kind of harsh boundary. So that's why it can rule over a contract. If it's a person or if it's a contract, either way, they're going to take on an energy of flexibility, understanding, nurturing. Okay. So that would be like, if it was a contract or something that's not human, it would, or an entity like a bank or something, it's going to all of a sudden have flexibility. It's going to work with you and it's going to all pay off. You might be tired, but you were tenacious. Thank God, because you come out of this kind of foggy, unclarified place, into a really fun place, into like, okay, things are possible. Your mind is like open to all these possibilities with a Page of Wands. It's like, it's a playful energy. It's keep your mind open. The world opens up in a way that makes you feel more stable. There might even be some celebrations here with it. You're coming out of conflict, you know, and I think that you're definitely, I feel like you're going to feel balanced. Your emotional self is going to feel balanced. You're going to be grateful for the way you operate. You're going to be able to look back and realize the way you did it is unique to you. And it was because you tapped into your emotions and your intuition, despite maybe even advice or the tradition of following the rules and, you know, ticking the boxes and trying to stay unemotional. You had your own way of doing things and it yielded these beautiful results. And that's why you're coming out of anything that was tough or disappointing, shocking in the past, in June. What a cool energy. That felt great, you guys. So now it makes sense. In July, you start this new journey. As the Fool is always a new journey. There might be some firsts, something exciting. The world is open to you. Talk to us about July. Queen of Swords. We have a Queen of... So every single sign so far for their general readings for 2023 have had a theme, a certain card, whether it was Temperance or Judgment or the Hanged Man. Every sign has had a card that constantly came out. And so far you have this Queen, which makes me feel like a lot of you guys, it's a person, one single person in your life who for some reason you have to work with, you have to be around a lot, or it's a contract, something that you are trying to work with, negotiate. Okay. So Sun, beautiful. And I think we even got the Fool on top of the Fool. So you're going to have a very fresh experience. I'm just going to push them like that so I can get them in. Okay. So whatever this contractor person was, the harsh queen, you're going to realize you don't need them for stability. You're going to realize the sun is shining on you. You're going to see other solutions. You're going to see, you know what? I don't think that there you go. Fool on top of the Fool. A whole new pathway is going to appear in front of you. You don't have to have them. You don't have to be obligated to certain things. And you found a way in the system of communications and negotiations and like a diplomatic way of working this out for yourself. If it's been quiet between you two, I think you're coming out of that place. I apologize for the loudness of the shuffling. Yep, things speed up really quick. This is Hierophant. Yeah, and it's all due to your tenacity. This is Fool. Page of Wands. So this is what my advice is. For July, keep your mind open. Keep your mind open. It's a continuation of this page energy from the June. So tap into that. Because I think this sun is shining on you on this new path that is going to appear for you. And you can thank your tenacity. Once again, things are going to speed up. And I don't think, if you have some plans to travel, if they're at all obligatory, you're going to realize that you don't need to do it. If you had a sense of obligation around communication, around meetings or like that would be like Zoom meetings or phone calls, around signing certain documents or travel, if those carried obligation for you in July, you're going to find a way around it. And you're going to keep an open mind. You're going to move forward into life, creating your own stability the way you want. Okay. August, the Empress flies out. We're getting the Hierophant and that Queen of Swords over and over and over again. So I totally encourage you guys to check those meanings out, both upright and reverse. And you have it in upright here. You did things the right way, and you're putting down this burden. Whatever it was that you're putting down was keeping you in a place of lack. So putting down meaning you're putting down these sticks. You are finishing up a chapter in your life where you were doing a lot of work and not necessarily getting the reciprocity from it, but you were following the rules, the agreement. If this is a relationship, this would be a marriage. But you can't make this stuff up, you guys. Queen of Swords again. This is... Wow, if you feel inclined, I would love to know what scenario is applying to this for you, because the Queen of Swords, this is just the whole year. You're working with this Queen of Swords energy. You're really truly putting down, it's like you are ticking I used this term earlier, I'm going to use it again. You're ticking the boxes of like closing up this chapter. Okay, I just need to do this, jump through this hoop, or whatever you need to do to put this burden down. So the new journey has already started. The new journey has already started, and you're realizing now it's really clear what you need to do in order to close up all the last journey. Wouldn't be surprised if you got the World card, buttoning up an old chapter so that a new chapter can start fresh. So the good question to ask yourself is, how does this make me feel? And intuition comes out right when I say that. So it's all about your relationship. This Queen of Swords that is following you through the year of 2023 is a blessing in disguise, because it's making you, it's putting you in the position to choose between the way others do it, the way it's done in the rule book, so to speak, or following your intuition. And you get to see the results of both and how that dance goes, how you work with both in your own life. There's some competition or the effort to be right here. I definitely feel kind of like the roles kind of switch. For some of you guys, you're going to be kind of, you can be just as brutal, you know, you can be just as harsh as the Queen of Swords, and you're learning that. High Priestess, like you can give them their own medicine. Okay, so September, High Priestess energy. Now you're totally in tune with this energy. So you've gotten these opportunities through the month, all the way mid-month to September, and the energy's changed because now you're really in tune with that deep inner voice. You've started this journey. You've done a lot of healing. So healing could be just like standing up for yourself. Healing could be speaking your mind, actually opening up a contract again and negotiating, or going to court, not running away. There's decisions to be made in September. You've got your lucky Nine of Wands here, your tenaciousness, it pays off. You get an offer, I think. What's this Two of Swords about? Piscean hidden energy. Two of Swords. Awesome. Beautiful. There's a choice you're going to be making here that is tied to your independence. And I think you're going to be able to call on that energy, that inner wisdom that you've gotten so in tune with all year, and it's going to guide you really beautifully. For some of you, you will be making a choice between sticking with this lover and going off on your own. There might be characteristics about them that are too similar or a little romanticized for you. You might do better with somebody who is a little bit more grounded and earthy. This could be another water sign, and they might be an artiste, and they follow their whims, and they might be somebody who is wonderful and fun to be with, but you're afraid that they're non-committal and kind of just follow the wind, so to speak. That's kind of the energy of that. So you're kind of making this decision to be on your own or to move forward with them. So that's if it's romantic. I divide typically tarot readings in my mind. I divide them between kind of career and money and then romance. And so I try to give you an understanding, an interpretation rather, of both for the cards. Because we're not all going through the same thing at once, but the energy is what it is. Ace of Cups is this love, this love offer. This could be friendship, falling in love with a new passion, or straight up just good times with a lover. So October, what is this October energy for Scorpios? I'm going to take that one. Ooh, King of Cups. This is looking interesting. There's our High Priestess energy making another appearance like she likes to do. Ooh. Some of you guys are going to choose to go into, to put the work into this relationship. I think that I got in my mind, somebody wants to fight for you. They want to fight for you. They want to fight for this. Because among all the other options, I think you or this person is realizing, you know, that like there's always going to be some work. There's always going to be some flaws. And I think you guys are willing to do what you need to do in order to fight for this. Even though it feels kind of like there's more to discover about this entity. There's more to discover about this person. The Emperor. You know that you're in charge. You know that you're in charge in October of the kind of which direction this relationship goes. And I think this person wants to fight for you. I think that they want to make a life together. They want to work it out. There's something they might even do to show you this. I think that they're going to communicate. And yeah, I think you're going to be trying to ground your energy. I think it's, again, the theme of listening to your intuition versus kind of in the physical realm, what you've been putting into this relationship. You might be even pretty quiet on your end, just thinking, just contemplating this. Here we have a really great energy of something. So the universe comes out and shakes something up, unexpected, shakes up your reality and gets you unstuck from something. What is this thing in November? You're leaving something. It makes you easy to leave something. Something was deceptive. You know, there could be third-party energy here, but either way, you find out about whatever this is and it frees you. And you are all of a sudden looking at the future. The tower on top of the tower, that isn't subtle. Yep. You know what? The collaboration card is upside down in reverse. So this deal went bad. There's our tenacious. So we get the High Priestess, we get the Queen of Swords, and we get the Nine of Wands all the time. So you know you're good for it. You know you were good for it. You know you put the work in. You know, there was this understanding, both of you guys were seeing eye to eye until you weren't. And all of a sudden, all the plans that you're making with this turn upside down and you're like, nope, screw this, greener pastures. I'm walking towards greener pastures. All these cups at one point were tended by this individual, and they cared about these cups, and they spent all their time on those cups and didn't even look behind them at their own intuition, at the green pastures, at the mystery that lied beyond the cups. And now they're turning around, they're realizing, wait a minute, there's a whole world out there. I got better things to do. I got bigger visions. And it's all because something's going to come out of the blue in November, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Something's going to rattle things up. And I think reveal this. I think there's been, somebody's had the wool pulled over their eyes here. And it's just a moment of clarity. And you're going to be set free. December, we have the 9 of Pentacles. That is total freedom, baby. And really happy. Happy in their freedom, happy in their independence, and in their strength. December 2023 for our Scorpios. Big, big change. Beautiful 2 of Cups. That is twin flame energy, soulmate energy. What is going on here? We've got the Page of Pentacles, opening your mind to new things. What the Justice means is karmically, everything is working out in your favor. Everything is working out the way that it's supposed to be. And if there is any legal stuff, and whenever the Justice card comes out, it's always a good sign. But we have Judgment coming out. I'm going to take that upright because it's sideways. We've got the Emperor. You are totally boss energy, in control. And you're going to be hitting your stride, place of abundance. This 2 of Cups is really interesting because that's got a partnership energy, this soulmate energy. What's this 2 of Cups for December? There's our 9 of Wands coming out again. And yep. So I think you leave this thing, right? Here's that same card of turning your back on the cups you were tending at one point and going towards greener pastures. And even though you're tired, you're a little exhausted by the whole deal, you believe that there's something else better. There's a better partnership out of there, and you are headed towards a far better, healthier partnership, whatever this is, whether it's career or love. And you might even be, if this is a love reading for you guys, I just want you to know, for those individuals out there that this is applying to, you're going to be considering online dating, or even just something to do with research. What's this 4 of Pentacles in reverse? I think you're going to be, there's our High Priestess again. So I think you're going to totally hand yourself over to this High Priestess energy, that deep intuition. And it's going to be, you're going to let that take control in the best way. I think your faith systems are going to be strengthened quite a bit. Oh, beautiful. This is one of the happiest cards in the deck next to the Sun. This is the happiest card, I think. Some people would say that's the 10 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is just self-satisfaction. 2 9s, right? So this is about you. December ends real strong for you. You are so happy with the turn of events. You're content, and you're a little proud of yourself. You are so in control because you followed your intuition. You left something behind. You renegotiated whatever it was using your High Priestess energy all throughout the year. All throughout the year. And you got really familiar with those 2 voices and the difference between them. The difference between the voice of the Hierophant, who is the rule book of our faith systems, of our belief systems and commitments, and the voice of the High Priestess, who it's very hard to place your finger on why, what, and where that energy comes from, but it's from a source other than you, and it's another wisdom energy. And you have a really beautiful journey with those 2 voices throughout the entire year. All right, you guys, I love you. I'll see you for your monthly readings. If you want to unpack any of these months further, check out the channel for those months as we go along. And feel free to subscribe. It means so much to me. And I'd like to think it pays off for you too. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.